Take your time.
Hi, and welcome to Fay at Five. I'm LaTangela Fay, your hostess, and you know it does my heart well to have those in the hot seat and on the tan line that's doing some wonderful things around the world, setting us up for success and letting our voices be heard. Today, we have none other than the Bill Duke. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Anytime. Now, I know this is your first field trip to the Madhouse. Just promise it will not be the last.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, what part of the globe are you chiming in from today?
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, okay. Wow, it is bright and early out there. Don't worry, we'll have you done before dinner. I have my easy bake oven with a 60-watt bulb. I'm practicing. It's like between the biscuits and the eggs. It takes a while, but we'll be able to get some stuff covered before then.
Do what you got to do, Don. Do what you got to do.
You're no stranger to the entertainment industry, and you have been a mogul and a go-to for many years. How did you know that you wanted to turn this passion into a purpose?
Well, I call it edutainment.
I like it.
I think you can entertain people, but at the same time, give little nuggets to feel and think about.
Right.
And particularly today, we need, I think, media to be of assistance to us in as many ways. Entertaining is very important.
Yes.
But also, information and guidelines and those kinds of things can be utilized too. So that's what I love.
It is. And I love the fact that you're using the entertainment industry to educate us and to create those narratives, because oftentimes, we'll see something that goes across a screen, and we'll see something that makes it to a book. Now with social media, everyone is an entertainer or a reporter, and not enough people are being responsible with those platforms. Do you feel that's because it's so instant now versus when you were getting your skin in the game and you really had to go out there and do what was called put skin in the game for the recognition, for the notoriety of people saying that you were a reputable source?
Well, we're living in a microwave society right now. Yeah. Everybody wants everything instantly.
Yes.
And, in our industry, there used to be a thing called craft.
Right.
Where, and you know it. You've been doing this for a while. You make it look so easy, but there's a craft to what you do every single day. And even though you have a smile on your face, but when the camera's off, you work.
Right.
And so, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's the same way. We have to understand, and I hope young people get back to this, the craft of filmmaking, the craft of acting, the craft of things. Because it's important to be able to tell a story well. And I'm just saying stories can be told, but to really tell a great story well, it takes a craft. And these days, you can do something outrageous and be famous.
That's it.
And it doesn't take much credit. I'm not trying to be too critical. I'm just simply saying that I hope that there's a time when we come back to really thinking seriously about what we're doing in terms of craft.
And even by having to correct ourselves in the midst of a statement saying, I'm not trying to be too critical, but it's in all actuality factual. So it's almost as if that's that accountability partner where people are just going out there to hit a hot trigger just to say that I want the instant fame. And it's a scary time when people are doing anything for any reason, as long as you're calling my name. It doesn't have to be for a great cause, because there is no shame anymore. There is no craft, because, I just want you to call my name and know me, remember me for my 15 seconds of fame, right. and they're okay with that. And they live in that, and they inspire others to join that movement. Mm-hmm. So by the time we get here and we're hearing those who have mastered the craft because they have put in the work day in and day out and paved the way for others, such as myself. And I appreciate you for the work that you're still putting in. That's a different level of dedication, and it comes with that sacrifice. You have sacrificed something in order to get where you are and to sustain all of this time, and it's important that with your craft, we see your character, not just from who you are, but through the work you put out and the things you expect from us, from what you leave. Like, Works of the Invisible Man. And I want to get into it because I got questions that need answers. During this pandemic, we've been trapped inside, and I've spent the most time with myself than I have ever spent. I'm talking about ever. Some stuff I'm all right with, some stuff I say, Tan, you need to work on this. And I've been working or whatever. But for the Works of the Invisible Man, tell me a little bit about the inspiration with that.
Well, I started off when I was a teenager as a writer and a poet.
Awesome.
When I grew up, it was during segregation.
Different times.
Yes, and a dark-skinned Black boy, young man, was not considered attractive. I also have a disease called dyslexia. And so communicating for me was not easy. Yeah. So I memorized a part of a book called Roget's Thesaurus, which had words that made you sound like you knew what you were intelligent. But anyway, coming up during those times were challenging, and starting out as a young writer, I learned a lot about myself. And I was lucky enough to have, teachers that taught me about, the craft of writing, etc. So, it's like, it wasn't a micro, a pastor told me one time, he said that one Sunday he was on the pulpit, he said to his congregation, everybody that wants to go to heaven, stand up and sing hallelujah. Everybody stood up for 5 minutes, just calm down, calm down, calm down. He said, everybody who wants to die, stand up and sing hallelujah. Nobody stood up. So I got a question for you. How are you going to get to heaven if you don't die?
Questions that need answers.
So the thing is that today, everybody wants to go to heaven.
Nobody wants to die. Mr. Bill, you got a point there. I feel you. I'm like, hey, Reb, look, everybody sitting there like, look, just go ahead, pass the collection plate. I don't know what Reb tripping today. You hear me? He tripping.
He's tripping today, right?
He is tripping with too much of the truth.
So, but the thing people don't realize, in the microwave society, microwaves burn things bad.
They do. They do.
Yeah,
I like it.
Just saying.
And you know what? Coming up, I also want to talk about Unite. You've created this platform. You have created this call of action, and I got questions that need answers. So is it okay if I get you to stick around a tad longer?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You keep it locked right where you have it. Be sure to join the conversation with a Twitter alert at LaTangelaFay. It's Fay at 5. Hi, and welcome back to Fay at 5. I'm LaTangela Fay, your hostess, and today in the hot seat and on the tan line, we have none other than the extraordinaire himself, Mr. Bill Duke. You doing all right over there?
Hey, I'm blessed to be on your show. Thank you.
I'm blessed to have you here. You have been inking a lot of great work. I know that you have books of poetry, but then you also have books telling us your story. 4 decades in and still going strong. So it's 40 years behind the camera. Wait, I'm gonna get this right. 40 years on screen and behind the camera.
It's
that's a lot of work.
It took me years to write it because I was writing the book because I wanted to pass on little, how can I say, nuggets of things that I had gone through and learned that I hoped would help younger people coming into the industry. That was the easy part of the book. But then a friend of mine told me, but what about your personal life and your journey? And that was the hard part because that makes you vulnerable. And so I had to talk about what I went through during segregation, growing up in Poughkeepsie, New York, the kinds of things that my family and I saw that were painful to this day, to be honest with you. But the book has history, but also nuggets of things I think that people can use. I really do.
And thank you for your transparency. A lot of people will have those experiences. And, I journal, I write a lot, but some of the stuff, just to do, to be honest with you, is going to the grave with me, because sometimes to write it, you still have to relive it. And to relive it brings it right back like it happened yesterday.
Oh, man.
And it's tough. And now, we see those same things reoccur, but in a different way. So it's not as if a lot of things have changed. A lot of people still feel the same way, but they're just carrying it out differently. So
Mhm.
we still have to learn how to navigate. And to do that, you have created paths. So where you didn't have those options before, you created the paths then, but you're still doing that for others. True trailblazer, and may we
Thank
always give you your flowers in a timely fashion, because it's not easy. It's just not easy. You hear me?
you. You know as well as I do. You're telling the truth.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your book, The Journey.
The Journey is a book that tracks the journey that we all go through from birth to death, in the sense that it starts out with a character called Nobody, who wants to be somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And his parents tell him, you already are somebody. You're everybody because you're born with value.
Right.
He says, I know all that, but I want to know how it is to be somebody. So his parents say, okay, God bless you. Go on your journey, but take these little things with you. And so he goes on his journey, and he creates murders and babies and bombs and everything else, and ends up realizing he wished he had listened to his parents.
Ooh, a lot sooner. I was like, wait, what? He did, wait, what?
That's right. That's right.
Please make sure you catch this book, The Journey. Listen, flip through these pages and we got to hear this, because I got questions that need answers. And for something else that you've decided to launch, the Unite Network. Please fill me in on Unite, Younite, Unite Network.
Well, you turn the news on today and you hear a lot of negative, bad things that divide us,
Yes.
And I look at it and I said to myself, well, what are we leaving our children? I mean, should we leave them hope? Shouldn't we leave them something positive?
That would help.
It would help, right? And so they're our future. And so I decided to put a network together that reports all the good things that are happening around the world.
I like it.
I mean, one of my favorite programs on TV is CNN Heroes. You ever see it?
I haven't, but now I need to check it out.
Oh my God. Anderson Cooper hosts it.
Uh-huh.
They go around the world and they show you people that are doing things you cannot believe, not being rewarded for them, but because they care.
Right.
And so I put a network together that I have people like, Cedric the Entertainer and Anthony Anderson supporting me. It's a lot of really wonderful people that are doing interviews, etc. I'm giving bits of information and nuggets of information and experiences. So it's something I'm really proud of and really want to. And we're letting out. You can go online right now and to the Bill Duke Unite Network, and it'll give you. We're just putting out a few bits of it. In November, it will fully launch in November.
That's awesome. And we're excited about it, and congratulations in advance. And, if there's any thing that we can ever do in our area to support your motions, your movements, and if outside reopens and you want to make the field trip to Louisiana, I got you covered, So you just say the word, I'm showing up with the beignets, some crawfish or some etouffee, whatever makes you happy. And we'll sit down and we'll find all the great people doing great things in the city and around the surrounding areas.
Well, I'll never forgive New Orleans. I'm vegan 3 to 4 days a week.
Uh-huh.
And vegetarian, and then I eat a little flesh from time to time. But when I came to New Orleans, 7 days a week, I was not a vegan.
I was everything but what I was trying to be.
Jambalaya, I didn't even know what jambalaya was. Jambalaya and all the rest of that. Y'all got some food for real.
Right. It's a lot easier in California, isn't it?
Yeah, all these vegetarian, vegan,
Right.
But you all got some good food there.
Well, you know what? I got you covered on that for the 2 days out of the week, because we can't give you a full 4 days of full-blown Louisiana, so I'll let you have 2 days on your next vacation here in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to it.
And I'm looking forward to having you in the hot seat in the studio real soon. And thank you so much for all of the hard work and dedication that you've put in. I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. And I'm joining Unite Network. So you say the word and it's a done deal.
God bless you, dear. Thank you. I'm going to leave you with one little thing. Do you know the difference between, in the case you need one in the future, a good lawyer and a great lawyer?
Explain. I'm listening.
A good lawyer knows the law.
Uh-huh.
A great lawyer knows the judge.
You know what? There you have it. Now I want you to get up, get out, and enjoy the rest of your day. Chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Love you, dear. God bless you, okay?
Likewise.
Thank you so much.